Hello, my name is Catherine Lewis. I'm excited to talk to you today about the process of planning. I will be sharing with you highlights from Chapter 5, Planning and Decision Making from the book Management. Some of you may have preconceived ideas about the term planning and what that process implies. During this presentation, I'm going to fill you in on the ins and outs of this process. We will explore how planning is an essential part of our daily lives, but first let me ask you some general questions. What is planning? How does planning work? Are all plans good? Is planning? Many of you have grown up hearing the old adage, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Most of us plan on a daily basis. For example, how many of you plan your daily routine? I know I do. I calculate in my mind how much time I need to get ready in the morning and what time I need to leave my home to arrive at my destination on time. We make these plans to solve the problems of our personal lives. Businesses must also make plans, but their problem-solving strategy is often more complex. What is a plan? At this point, you might be wondering, what exactly is a plan and how do I make one? A plan is a method consisting of clear-cut steps to solve a problem or to complete a task. To make a plan work, you need to set goals, develop commitment and effective action plans, track progress towards goal achievement, and maintain flexibility. Planning is a double-edged sword. If done right, planning increases in individual and organizational performance. If planning is done wrong, it can cause harm. The first step in planning is to set goals. To direct behavior and increase effort, goals need to be specific and challenged to provide a target for which to aim and standard which to measure success. One way of writing effective goals is to use the SMART guidelines: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Just because a company sets a goal doesn't mean that people will try to accomplish it. If workers don't care about a goal, that goal won't encourage them to work harder or smarter. Which leads us to the second step in planning is to develop commitment to goals. Goal commitment is the determination to achieve a goal. Commitment to achieve a goal is not. The third step in planning is to develop effective action plans. An action plan lists the specific steps, people, resources, and time period for accomplishing a goal. The fourth step in planning is to track progress towards goal achievement. There are two methods of tracking progress. The first is to set proximal goals and distal goals. Proximal goals are short-term goals or sub-goals, whereas distal goals are long-term or primary goals. The second method of tracking progress is to gather and provide performance feedback. Regular, frequent feedback allows workers and managers to track their progress towards goal achievement and make adjustments in effort, direction, strategy. Because action plans are sometimes poorly conceived and goals turn out to be unachievable, the last step in developing an effective plan is to maintain flexibility by planning an options-based approach. The goal is to keep options open by making small investments in many alternative plans. Then when one or a few of these plans emerge as likely winners, you invest more in these plans while reducing investment in others. Optional-based planning is the opposite of traditional planning. A question to think about is, will the plan be a success or failure? Having a plan, even a good plan, does not ensure success. Plans can fail for many reasons, like failing to adapt to change, being too focused on the plan, or the plan was not realistic. Top managers create the organization purpose statement and calculate goals. Middle managers develop technical plans and use management by goals to motivate employee efforts towards the overall purpose and calculate goals. And first level managers use operational, single-use, and standing plans to implement the technical plans. In other words, planning works best when everyone pulls in the same direction. Decision making is the process of choosing a solution from available alternatives. Rational decision making is a systematic process in which managers define problems, evaluate alternatives, and choose optimal solutions that provide maximum benefits to their organization. The 6 steps of rational decisions making process is define the problem, identify decision criteria, weight the criteria, generate alternative courses of action, evaluate each alternative, and communicate. A plan is a step-by-step guide on how to solve a problem. While a good plan gives you a framework to follow, it does not ensure success. Plans must allow for economical change, technological change, and address the everyday realities of individuals.